Morning folks, we're halfway through the week. Hope all's going well. So my question for you today is, what is your biggest block right now? Now, if you don't know the answer to that question, I would encourage you not to assume prematurely that you don't have one. I think we should clarify first what a block is. My understanding of a block is something that's holding you back, something that you know you should be doing, but you keep putting off. Something that you've said to yourself time and again, I really must do that, but weeks or months have passed and it still hasn't happened. And when asked why it hasn't happened, you can't really give a clear answer or a clear reason, because sometimes the reason we're blocked is irrational and it's set at a deeply emotional level and we don't always understand what's going on. So the reason I said at the start is, don't assume too soon that you don't have a block, because sometimes we can have blocks that we're not even aware of. And that's the first step, is self-awareness and awareness of what might be holding us back, right? And the way in which you identify blocks to your progress, to getting towards the goals that you've set out for yourself, is through conversation. And more often than not, it's conversation with a person who doesn't have to say a great deal, more just a listening pair of ears. Sit back, hear what you have to say, because the more you speak, the more you talk through a problem, and the more you just have to answer one or two simple questions, which can be why. You know, a lot of the times it's, you ask that question why 5 times and you tend to get to the root cause of an issue. Why hasn't that happened? Why haven't you done that? And you'll answer. And if it's a true block, you'll just run out of answers and you'll have to concede. You just say, yeah, I just don't know. I guess I'm just blocked. I'm not sure what's going on. Now, once you've identified that you have a block and you know what it is, that is an incredible moment of achievement, because you're now in a place where you can face it, identify it, think about it in a logical, rational, intentional way, rather than having it control you. You're in control of it. And you can start brainstorming ways in which you can overcome it and push through. And you might be out to achieve some massive things, and this one block could be holding you back from everything, and it's one fix and you're off and running and you're suddenly going 10 times faster because you've overcome it. Now, this block could be, I'll give you some practical examples. I know I should buy my first home, I just haven't got round to it. I know I should organise a further advance against my existing property so I can release money to go off and buy another one. I know that I need to bring some other people in to help me in certain areas because I'm doing too much. There's all manner of blocks that come and go at different times, and you'll overcome one and you might realise that another one emerges because you're trying to then tackle something else. So this isn't, there's nothing wrong with you, basically, if you have a block. I've had many, I've still got some, and I'll have more in the future as I try to do new things and conquer new ground, because that's just how it works. But I would encourage you to have a coach or really a strong mastermind group of people that you're seeing regularly who are operating on a similar sort of mental level to you, that will challenge you, that will ask you these questions to unearth things that maybe you'd missed. There'll be a bit of a mirror to you, but you'll feel safe doing that because you'll know that, one, they understand the business that you're in and the challenges that you might be facing, and 2, they've got your best interests at heart. So by asking these questions, they're actually trying to, help you find a way through and identify things and improve. And of course, you're doing the same in return, because that's how a mastermind group works. And you'll know if you're in a strong mastermind group because you'll come away and your brain is literally stretched. It's like mind-blowing, the ideas that come out, as opposed to being in a conversation where you sort of drift through and you're not really challenged on anything. And, be careful of who you surround yourself with, and what your environment is, because it impacts hugely on performance over time, and on self-awareness, and on, you know, on so many things really. So yeah, I think that's about the sentiment today. What's your biggest block? Are you aware of it? If you aren't aware of it, who could you speak to in order to bring those things to light? Once you are aware of it, what are you doing to overcome it? And how are you getting on with that process? If you've got experience of having done this before, please let me know. I'd love to hear how you identified and then worked through, and what the results were like afterwards. You know, and if you're currently experiencing this, drop a comment below, send me a message, engage in conversation, because I think effective communication with the right people at the right time is paramount to identifying these things and working through them. So I wish you a very good day ahead. Enjoy the sunshine if it's shining where you are, and yeah, let's get the conversation going. Let me know your thoughts about this, as always. All the best. Bye bye.